Welcome to Pen, Hook, and Needles Podcast, episode 68. That little anemic.
I think that ended abruptly this time.
It did. I wasn't ready for it.
But I think it's probably because my phone is running a little low on juice from all the research I was doing on it.
You just weren't paying attention.
No, it really wasn't the case. Hi, welcome to the Pen, Hook, and Needles Podcast, as she said previously. My name is Talia, also known as Franciscan Gypsy on Ravelry, Plurk, Instagram, Fitbit, just about everywhere else. We have a Ravelry group called Pen, Hook, and Needles Podcast. You are very welcome to join us.
We have a Facebook
We have a
page.
Facebook page.
Yes.
We are on Blogger, and we are on WordPress. I think that covers all our sites.
Feel free to join us everywhere.
Oh, we're also on YouTube.
Yes. If you're not watching us on YouTube, we are on YouTube. On YouTube?
On YouTube?
Yeah, YouTube.
On YouTube. We actually had someone comment on YouTube for our last podcast, which was kind of cool because never had anyone comment on YouTube. So,
Not for a long time.
No, this is the first time I got anyone comment on YouTube.
I seem to remember Wolf.
No, not on YouTube.
I'm pretty sure it was.
No, she did on iTunes. I mean on YouTube.
Oh.
This was a YouTube comment.
We are new to YouTube.
So,
Yes, you do have hair.
hair that's sticking up.
She's not very bright. Hair.
Oh, what was that song?
Stop.
Hair.
Don't start.
Oh, I can't remember the tune.
We don't have time for it today. We are really late today. Really late today.
Okay, so.
I am Marlisha, also known as Lady Vertigo.
The matching is not on purpose.
On
I
Plurk,
dressed first.
on Plurk, on Ravelry, on Instagram, on Fitbit,
I dressed first in all those places.
and I am Shadowlight or Shadowlight1 on Writer's Voice and various other writing sites, or I will be under my own name. So you can find me there.
Yep.
Yep.
But the matching's not on purpose. I dressed first. I did.
This is important to her for some reason. Anyway, moving on.
Because I rarely am the first one up and dressed, and I was today.
That's because I was sick yesterday.
And I was today.
Anyway, that's not really true. I was up before you.
But I was dressed before.
I was dressed. I wasn't running around the house with no clothes on. Anyway, I was just not dressed like this.
I was dressed first.
We want to welcome new and returning viewers. Thank you for coming back if you're here. Thank you for joining us if you are new.
Not here?
And we don't have any new members this time, but that's okay. Well,
we have no new members in the Ravelry group. I don't know if we have any new viewers. If you are a new viewer and not a part of the Ravelry group, please feel free to join.
When I say new members, I mean the people who are already members. I already said new viewers. Yes. Yes, she does not listen. Okay. The Podiversary Cow.
All done. We
all
are
done.
still waiting to hear back from one person.
Yes. Is it Rouse
Girl.
Rouse Girl. Please get in touch with us so we know what it is you want for your prize and we can send it to you. It doesn't matter which one of us you contact. You can always get back to me.
Whichever
Whichever one of us. So just as soon as possible so we can get that off to you, okay? The retreat. We had fun on the retreat.
It was a lot of fun.
It was amazing. It was fun.
I slept through half of it.
Yeah, she did. She sits in the pew and she goes. People behind her were starting to push her up. I was pushing her up. The guy down the row got up and said, "Wake up!"
He said he would goose me. This big old 6'5", 70-year-old guy.
Yeah, he's funny. Hi, Jim.
Yeah,
if you're
hi,
watching. Jim and Maggie.
Well, Maggie didn't say she'd goose me.
No, Maggie was busy taking pictures with me. She got in between you guys.
Yes, I was very young.
It was fun. It was.
Had to remind Jim that he needed to watch
Mass
and not me.
Yeah. I was not there because I was the official photographer, in quotes.
Yes.
So
the unofficial
official photographer. I'm glad the pictures turned out well for the person who was making her perpetuals. That was good. But it was a lot of fun. I learned a lot. We had a lot of interaction with people we hadn't seen in a year, and so it was nice.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're back.
I just realized I'm not knitting this time, but I think I'm a little more coherent when I'm not knitting during the podcast.
Yeah, you're not paying attention to your knitting.
Wow, that's weird.
But
I'll just go with it this time.
Yeah. But anyway, so I'm gonna say you got jotted me off my chain of thought. It must not have been too important.
Nope.
I didn't do any knitting or crocheting for obvious reasons, except being in the car on each way, and I think that's probably what made me sick and nauseous on the way home.
But you had a headache. It wasn't.
I did have a headache. I want to thank everybody on Plurk who was giving me well wishes. I do feel a lot better today. Thank you. The Toy Along.
Yes.
The second annual Toy Along for 2013 will begin October 1st and will end at midnight, the midnight between the 31st and the 1st of January.
It all depends if I'm at work.
Yeah, so you might have a little bit
more time.
But that's the general time frame, the official time frame. The Toy Along will allow all toys that have been started as of January 1st of 2012.
Yeah, the rules are a little different this time.
Any toys that have been started, whether they're knitted or crocheted.
And it's as of 2013. If they've been started this year.
This year, yes. Yeah, for some reason, I'm thinking it's 2012 this year. It's 2013 this year.
So if the toy was started this year, you may put it in the Toy Along.
And it must be finished by December 31st of 2013.
So it really is a 2013 Toy Along.
Although the official
But it can't have been finished before October 1st.
It has to be finished no earlier than October 1st.
No earlier than October 1st.
It can be started whenever,
mm-hmm.
From January 2013 on, but it must not be finished before October 1st.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be finished after October 1st. And this will all be in the thread when we set it up. So we're really excited. I know we've heard from several people who are really excited to get started on this. Pull out the toys that are languishing in your bags and things like that.
I have toys that are languishing in my bags that probably will not be coming out because I'm bored with the pattern.
I have several toys, which is very unusual for me to have them sitting in bags, plus one that may never see the light of day.
Now I really hope that
Sucking Zombies?
No. Hold on. And that tapping must have been really annoying. That Patrick Moose's new bat comes out in time. Because I want to name him Brucey the Bat.
I have a moose to finish of hers, so.
I want to do the bat. He's really cute. And he needs to be called Bruce.
Of course he does. What else would he be called? Okay, onward. The Shenandoah Valley Fiber Festival.
Oh, grab something to eat or drink.
Yes, I was going to do that and I forgot.
We're both drinking the same thing from different bottles.
Yeah. Jack Daniels.
Hi, Jack.
Daniel.
Sorry, Stargate.
I'm a big Stargate fan. But it's just too warm today to be drinking chai tea, so unless I made it cold. And we're in a bit of a rush because our day was packed. My husband's home today, and I got up late, and so it's a little rushed today. But back to the Shenandoah Valley Fiber Festival. Really excited about this.
Yes.
Yeah. This weekend.
Yeah, that's really great. It really hit me when I looked at the group this week and the group on Ravelry and saw that their countdown said 5 days.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, 5 days.
5 days.
So that's this weekend. We almost ended up going on Friday because it looked like Verdant Griffin still needed helpers and she was going to give free yarn for help.
We got too late. It came through
while we were at retreat.
So we were too late. But that's okay. We'll stop by her stall.
Yeah. I have several people that I've already highlighted on the map that I want to see.
And I have to add mine on there. So, maybe we'll do.
Get your own map.
Well, I have my map. But no, we should both have it because stop being a brat. So that we have, in case we lose one of them, we'll have both sets. Yours in yellow and yours. Fine. You can go your way and I'll go mine.
Fine.
You're such a stinker. She thinks she's really cute, but she's not. We just feed her delusions.
Don't feed them after midnight.
Yes, they turn into gremlins. I got both my classes, it looks like, on Saturdays. So
Which I'm really surprised. I really wasn't sure Tenacious Crochet would make it through.
Yeah, I wasn't sure they were going to make it.
But it looks like there might be walk-ins available for most classes. So
including our cables class.
Yeah, so if you are still interested in class, it looks like you still have the capacity to get in up until like 15 minutes before.
You have to bring the registration sheet, and I think it's for both of our classes. I think it's $50 plus a $5 material fee.
Yeah.
So if you were interested in and you're in this area,
you keep elbowing me.
Check it out. You might, if you think you're interested in any of the classes that are still available, go to the Shenandoah Fiber Festival Ravelry group, and you'll get more information there, or to the official Shenandoah Valley Fiber Festival. Boy, that's a mouthful.
Shenandoah
official
Fiber
site.
Festival, Shenandoah Fiber Festival, Shenandoah Fiber Festival, Shenandoah.
Do you have any whips?
Hooks? Yes, I do. Hooks. That was publicity, by the way. We're still not very good at this breaking it into sections. I'm really not sure how I feel about not having knitting in my hands while I'm doing this. To some extent, I think it's more engaging, but it just feels a little off.
You'll get used to it.
I'll have to think about that. So, first thing I'm going to be talking.
How many do you have?
Much. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, I should have brought some markers with me. I'll just mark it the other way. You keep going, and I'll go through my things here.
Okay. I'm going to start with the crocheting socks.
Excuse my crinkling.
I didn't work on this one. I hardly worked on this one. I've determined that I don't like working on socks. I knew this before. It has not changed. This sock will probably be living in here forever and ever. Amen. So here's one sock I've had to hoe for a while.
Pretty.
It is pretty.
Pretty.
I'm not completely sure I like how knitted socks feel on my feet, because I can feel every single stitch while I'm walking on them. So, not sure if it's something I really like. Because I took a walk around the neighborhood wearing some knit socks, and my feet didn't like them. So I don't think I'll be making them anymore.
I have yet to make a pair of socks.
I won't worry about it.
But I make hats now, so that's good. Ooh, that's coming out nice. I can see where it might be a little rough against your feet, though.
I was talking, someone messed up a stitch, but I made it up. So it doesn't look like I messed up the stitch. I don't know, I'm simply not enjoying knitting on these.
Then you shouldn't do it.
They'll probably go back into hibernation.
Be ashamed to just leave them hibernating, though. If you don't like them, make something else out of it. Because that's pretty yarn.
I just can't bring myself to tear out
a
sock. It's already done.
Then you might have to bite the bullet and make the other one so you don't waste it. I mean, it's wasted.
It'll just take a while.
Yeah, it's more wasted if you just leave it sitting there.
Yeah, it'll just take a while. I know it'll eventually get finished, just maybe 20 years from now. My gauge is very different. So, I don't know. Sock.
Ooh, 15% off is good. I'm looking, while she's going through her innumerable projects, since I don't have a lot, I'm looking through some of my stash enhancements, my, what are they calling them, royalties, so I can show you stuff.
I think I'm going to show two, then make you show something.
Okay.
Alright, so I only started work on this one once I came back from retreat. This is the Lush pattern. I'm calling it Inkheart. Well, the project name is Inkheart. The pattern name is Lush, and it's by Tin Can Knits. Tin Can Knits had a sale while we were on retreat.
Well, just before
we went on retreat. Buy one, get one free? Yeah, let's get one free.
Yes.
So we'll probably see a lot of Tin Can Knits patterns popping up.
I even got a couple patterns.
Yeah, I do want to make her slippers that she has.
I should have brought my patterns as stash enhancement. I got the...
Yes, I forgot mine too. I got the Colorwork sweater and I got the Colorwork slippers.
And I got the, what was the one that you just did? The
antler.
The antler, and then I got the, I think it's called sandrift or snowdrift or something. It's a white shawl.
Snowdrift.
It's a white, or driftwood or whatever it's called. It's got a white shawl and it looks like it has little drifts on it. It's really pretty.
But I'm doing Lush by Tin Can Knits. I'm using US 3 and US 6 needles. I think the US 6s are the ones I'm currently using. And the yarn is Miss Bab Yowza What a Skein in the fountain pen colorway. If you see me looking down, it's because my notes are on my lap, hidden away. The pattern was gifted to me by Nurse Kim Knits, and I'm knitting the size 33, which means I'll probably have to make a larger button band, which is fine.
Why would you have to make a larger button band? Because it's really
I think
small?
it might be a little tight.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like going the size up.
Well, that would be too big.
So I'm still working on the lace. I did a little bit of it today. It's the first time I worked on it in a while. So
Oh, that's pretty. I love the color.
I do love the color.
Is that part of our Podiversary yarn, or?
No, this is remember you weren't listening to me.
No, I wasn't.
You see how that goes?
Why should I be? She's not talking to me. She's talking to you.
She just doesn't listen to me.
It's rude to listen to other people's conversations.
This is Miss Babs. Yeah,
oh, that's right. Yeah. But what color did you say it was?
Fountain pen.
Is it a variegated tonal blue, or is it all blue like that?
It's kind of tonally. It's hard to tell though because it's alternating skeins. But it's kind of tonally. There's a little bit lighter there.
Yeah, I see it.
But it's pretty much it.
That's gorgeous.
So this will be a pretty sweater. I'm alternating every other row. So it has a not temporary cast on. It has a provisional cast on. Thank you. And that's the brown yarn here. I guess it's where I'll pick up to do.
I don't understand how that works. Are you working it long ways like this?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So this is where I cast on. So this is the way I'm working it, and then that'll end up being.
Oh, that's interesting.
Across here, they'll actually have me block the lace before I knit the rest of the sweater.
Is that the yoke?
This is the yoke.
Okay.
So
that's an odd way of doing it. Are they doing it like little pieces and then front and back?
Well, what happens is you do the lace all the way around, and then you pick up stitches.
Oh, joy.
And I think then you knit all the way
okay.
down. I haven't looked that closely at the pattern. So, yep, that is this so far. Your turn.
Did you do two? Oh, okay.
Yep.
All right.
Crocheting in this.
That's right. All right.
That'd be two.
I'm not sure if I showed you this before, and I'll start with this one just because.
Just really quickly. This will probably not be a project by much longer. My purse keeps catching on my my normal purse keeps catching on my knits that I wear, so this might become a purse.
Well, at least until you order it.
Until I order a different silver bird or something that works better as a purse. But I use this as a purse all retreat, and it worked amazingly well.
Okay,
That purse. No.
Are you quite finished?
That purse.
Do I need to flick you? I know I have permission from the viewers, so I will flick you.
Hi.
Hi. Anyway, I am doing, I'm not sure if I showed this last week or not, so forgive me if it's a repeat. Michelle from the 3 Stitches podcast group gave me this pattern earlier this year. I already made it once, a purple one, called the Plumeria Frill. And this is what it looks like.
It is a very pretty pattern.
I really like
pretty
it.
Pattern.
Really hard. What are you now, talking Western? Hard. Anyway, I got tired of working in blue. Yes, I did. I got tired of working in blue. So this is how far I've gotten on it. And I think I showed it to you last week, but I can't remember. So that's it for that one. And I'm working this in the Knit Picks Stroll Tonal in the, I think it's wine color. I'm calling the project Wine and Roses. And the hook I'm using is a size H. Your turn.
Alrighty then.
Oh, and it's in my Knitting's My Bag, Cardinal bag from last Christmas. Bam.
Okay. My turn. So, in the piggy bag,
Oink, 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 oink,
oink. By Cloverbird, I have Disco Nights, which is the Tortellino pattern by Valentina Coschiani. using US 2 needles, and the Wild Hair Fiber Studio Pinnacle Fingering and the Neon Lights colorway. I didn't work on very much of this. Davina started bugging me about it. So
yeah, I want it done before the winter.
Well, it wasn't even quite that way. Like, am I gonna get done before the winter? It was a joke.
Yes.
But it's supposed to be 20.5 inches long. I'm not there yet.
How far do you think you are?
I have like 7 or 8 inches.
Oh, that's not too bad.
So I did more than double this. But I should be able to memorize what I've got to do eventually. So it's making its way along.
It's working its way back to you.
I'm working my way back to you, babe, with a burning love inside.
Yes, that is our impromptu concert. You need to do another one.
Okay.
You need to do another one.
So yes, that did get worked on. It is prettiness. When we went in the tunnel, it almost like glowed in the dark.
Oh, did it really?
It seemed to.
That's funny.
I don't think it really does glow in the dark, but it was so bright it made me think of glowing in the dark. So it might have just been the weird lights that are always in the tunnel. Also the weird lights that are that's interesting. That's always in the tunnel.
Weird. Okay then.
Arctic Ninja.
Yes.
That's a pattern that's
Yes.
in the thing.
I may have to just show it to them because.
The Arctic Ninja.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm trying to. Like I said, we didn't have much time to prepare if we wanted to get this done today and not like next year sometime.
Okay. So, what I also worked upon. What's in this?
Ooh, booties.
Booties?
Booties.
Booties?
Booties.
Check your booties.
With buttons.
Buttons.
Buttons. I love the way Denise says that. I wish I could say it the same way. That's just so cool.
I'm actually mimicking Marino O'Hara, but that's okay.
Buttons.
Oh, I didn't work on this. I worked on this one, though. I don't think Poopy Llamas will become a purse, though. I think it'll be Batman.
What?
I don't think Poopy Llamas will become a purse. I think Batman.
Oh. Okay then.
Alrighty. I don't see how that was a weird statement.
Just a very weird statement, just because you are weird.
Alrighty. The next pattern I'm going to talk about is, next project I'm going to talk about is autumnal, because I don't know what else to call it. I'm calling it autumnal.
You're actually calling it autumnal?
Autumnal.
Yeah.
It's the Janine's Cardigan pattern by Mary Chiba, using US 4s and US 6 needles. And the yarn is Yarn Bee Soft Sea Green in the Bittersweet colorway, and I'm working the 36 1/4 size. Okay, well, I got gauge.
Yay.
And
Yay.
I did the gauge swatch in the car. And initially, I cast on the sweater. Initially, I cast on the sweater with the US 6s. I got about 1 inch, 2 inches long. And I took another look, and I was supposed to cast on the ribbing with the US 4s. So I tore all that out and cast back on again, 172 stitches. But I have about 1 inch there, I think. I've made it up.
Yay.
It just sort of stunk because all that knitting was wasted.
It's pretty though.
It is pretty. I like the color. It's definitely autumnal-y. And I have a shirt that'll go perfectly with it. So.
Ooh, this would look good in that color.
Yeah.
In that color.
Yes, it is. So, this got some love. It got started like the 3rd day of retreat while watching, I think I was watching Gunsmoke online. On YouTube. YouTube. So, yep, that got some love. And the lesson was learned to actually read the pattern.
Why? Why would you want to read the pattern? That's just
I don't know.
silly. Same reason you want to do a gauge swatch?
Yeah, I guess. I've been good about doing my gauge swatches. That was a very good project for the car. Okay, and I also worked some on my Potiversary sweater. Even though the Potiversary Cal is over, I still have to finish the sweater.
It's a pretty sweater.
It's the Sugar Maple pattern by Karina Spencer. I'm using US3 needles and Kimberly R. Dye Works, or KR Dye Works Ultramarino 3-ply sock in the Pinhooker Needles colorway. And I'm using the pattern was gifted to me by Cat B913 of the Knit Nerd podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So, meow.
Really?
Sorry. The bag.
She makes funny noises.
The bag fell. You would rather hear meowing than, various adults' words, right?
I would appreciate that.
Exactly. So,
she makes funny noises, though.
Meowing is more happy. Train of thought equals gone. Yes. So, I'm going to keep talking as if train of thought did not equal gone. Oh, yeah, if you have not seen the Knit Nerd podcast, go and check it out. Kathy is awesome.
Yes, she is.
But I have, let's see, I think last time I was in the third color, the slightly darker purple. I now am in, I don't know if you can tell, kind of like a bluey.
It's just starting.
Yeah.
At the top there.
Yeah.
I am paying attention.
So it's a sort of starting this kind of bluey color, which I'm not sure how well that shows up. Because it's such a, once you start getting into blues and purples, the color differentiation is so subtle. Just keep an eye on the bird feeder. We had a little bird get stuck inside the bird feeder. What happened was the bird food got a little low. In order to read, he could then slide underneath the little glass plating to get to the food, a little bit of food that was inside. So he did that, and he couldn't figure out how to get out afterwards. Kind of like when
hopping around
and tweeting pathetically. It's kind of like when you put your hand in a jar and fill it up and then try to yank it out.
Or when you can't find the door.
Yeah. So got a tennis racket and let him out again. I think they'll be fine now, but now I keep thinking about.
Well, my husband filled up the bird feeder, so he can't get back in there right now, so he should be fine.
Teaching them to be greedy, that silly little bird.
A little tiny sparrow kind of thing.
Yes, cute. Very cute. But, yeah, I'm doing the twisted rib for the sleeves. Not that you could tell at this point. I think I have a couple more rows, and then I'll bind off at the sleeves and keep going with the rest of the sweater. So it's coming along nicely, even though you can't necessarily tell. It looks the same.
It looks beautiful. It really does.
It looks like blob. A blob of color.
Look like a
blob of color.
Does not, in fact.
So, that is that project. And then I have one final project, which I did not have to show you last time. The legless hat, which is the cabled chapeau by the Red Heart design team. That's all they listen to, designer, no person. The whole Red Heart design team.
I have this picture of them all frantically knitting on one hat. Needles here, needles there, needles everywhere. Click, 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 click.
US8 needles, Stonehenge fiber mills, shepherd's wool, and blue spruce colorway. This was my leftovers from my legless sweater. The main part of the hat is finished. I'm currently knitting the brim, and I need to pick up two buttons. Buttons.
We're not making fun of anybody.
I'm imitating Maureen O'Hara.
Yeah, making fun of her? No.
No.
We love the Irish, British, Scottish accent.
Because I'm hearing her in my head in
in
Quiet Man, talking about how she made John Wayne sleep in.
No. John Wayne refused to. They were married, and John Wayne refused to sleep in the bed with her because she didn't want to let him in.
Yeah.
And so.
Yeah, well, basically, she made him.
She threw him out.
She threw him out and made him sleep in the sleeping bag.
No, she made him sleep outdoors, and he slept in a sleeping bag with buttons.
So buttons.
Yes. So I wish Denise could say it because she would say it better. Properly.
Yes. Yeah. But anyway, the main part of the hat is done. I'm going to risk mussing the hair, so it looks like just a normal hat right now, but it will have a brim
with a Cool Whip lid sticking out.
Yeah, and then it will have a little thing across here where there'll be two buttons there.
She's not even going to knit on the Cool Whip. It's just going to be this plastic Cool Whip band
So,
She's ignoring me.
meow. Meow.
She thinks she's cute.
Okay, so it matched the sweater. Ooh, look there. Now it's showing up pretty well.
Oh, wow, yeah.
It focused it.
Color and cables. Very nice.
So,
That's very true.
yes. Girl, you know it's true. Girl. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I love you.
You are flat.
Hi. Well, how would you sing it?
Well, I'm not going to do it now.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I've done my performing already. Okay. Are you finished?
Brim, hat. Almost complete.
Okay, good.
And then I'll move on to the strap. And I need to find the perfect buttons. So, it'll probably fold over.
Is that the length of it then? How does it go? Oh, there you go.
This
Okay.
way. And I think it'll fold over
Okay.
to cover the cord.
Cover the cord, yeah.
Yeah.
So how much longer do you have to go on it?
I think I have a few more rows.
Okay.
So
That's cool. That'll be nice.
Yep. So there it be.
What strap? Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. I have two because she kept going.
You have two what?
2 works in progress.
I thought you only had one.
I have my beanie.
Meow. I would have given you.
Stop speaking Thai. They don't understand it, and that's rude. She has her own language. Nobody understands it but her. Okay, I started the Crochet Basics Beanie by Lisa Van Klaveren. I hope I said that right. Klaveren. Van Klaveren. And it goes from infant to adult. And I've just finished the top of it. I'm doing the I think it's 3 to 6 months. Let me see here. Maybe 3 to 12 months. 3 to 12 months. And I have to count the stitches because I'm not sure where I stopped. I stopped before I went on retreat. So I have to count the stitches if I want to get this off tomorrow.
Didn't you mark it?
I wasn't marking the pattern. I don't know why I wasn't marking the pattern, but I wasn't. So I hope to finish this maybe tonight so I can send it off tomorrow to Anna Love Sheep so she can get it off to where it's supposed to go by October 1st. So this will probably be the last hat I make. And I'm using a...
Ever.
I won't say that. I've got the elegant hat to make still to go with my sweater. But this is being used, I'm using a G-hook for this, and it's Hobby Lobby's I Love This Yarn. I'm not sure what the colorway is because I don't have the ball band with me, but it's some kind of lavender. You can see that there's not much done on it, but there it is. And
So there you be.
I have one other project, and I worked on this mainly in the car to and from. It's my still unnamed baby blanket, or what? That's not really a baby blanket, I guess. It's a Afghan, Lapghan kind of thing. Excuse me. What I had done was I had torn out the blanket that I was doing by Anastasia Knits. I think it was the flower pot Afghan, because I love the pattern and I like the yarn, but I didn't like the two of them together. So I pulled it out. I used the base chains, you know, the 190 or whatever it was, and then the first row. I used that, and then continued on from there. My husband was kind of making fun of me because we're driving, and he said he said, you're taking out more rows than you're putting in, because I was designing in my head. I was going to do a design with, what are they called? Not the cables, but the front post crochets and back post crochets. But the yarn ate up the way this yarn is variegated or striped or whatever it is, was eating up the pattern, whatever I did with it that way. So I decided to go with some open work in the middle of the crocheting. So there are some shells in here. I don't know if you can see it.
Yes, you can see it.
It's all double crochet.
Yeah, they can see it.
It's all double crochet on the bottom. And let's see here. Oops. There we go. And you can see every so often I've got you know,
If you hear laughter in the background, Dad and Davina are watching
Robin Hood. Disney Robin
cartoon.
Hood, yes. This middle one is a little bit different than the others. It's got a shell, and then it's got a shell, and on either side is a V instead of just the shells. So it's not, strictly speaking, even. It's just kind of winging it, but I'm kind of happy with it. I don't know where it's going yet. So yeah, I'm kind of happy with it. I haven't done a pattern in my head in a long time, and I have not certainly done any kind of pattern that was anything but single, double, and triple crochet, half double crochet. I've never done any kind of shells or anything before, so I'm kind of happy with where it's going. And I am using US, let's see, I think it says I. Is that what this says?
It matches your yarn. Bish. I.
Okay, I'm using an I hook, and I'm using a Yarn Bee yarn for this, and I forget what it's called. Danielle, that's what it's called, in the Dawn colorway. Yes, I remember, because it's two podcasters.
Yes.
So Danielle and Dawn have been mentioned, although Danielle is Daniela, not Danielle.
Yeah.
But still, it makes me think of her. So that is.
You are writing down people we mentioned. Right?
I am not.
That's supposed to be
Because
your
I do not have a pen.
Oh,
All right.
that sounds like a personal problem.
Do you want me to write this down? Okay, then.
She took my pen.
She's having issues. This is not what I want to write down. This is what I want. Okay, so Daniela and Denise.
Took my
And
pen.
what was the other one?
Took my
Dawn.
pen.
Wolf Farms.
It's my pen.
And who else did we mention?
Um,
Oh, I don't
Jack and Daniel.
Jack Daniels, yes. Okay, well, we'll get to that later. All right, so that's that.
Well, make it so my ink doesn't run out.
Why?
Because
Not
it's
my
my pen.
Okay, I don't have any FOs. Do you have FOs?
Well, I have. Last week it was still a. Hang on, I had to find out one more.
This is on the bookshelf.
It's on the bookshelf instead of being a rough draft now. I still haven't blocked it, but I don't really intend on blocking it until I have to wash it, and then even then I'm not going to really block. I'll just lay it out.
Or block it mildly or whatever.
I'm not pinning it at all.
No?
No.
You're right, you are much more animated when you're not knitting.
Hey! There we go.
There we go.
What are you two? Chester was doing that in an episode of Gunsmoke that I was watching last night. He was imitating Doc. Doc said something to him, and he kept repeating everything Doc said at him.
Stuff like Chester. Chester, get the coffee.
That
That was when my husband plays Halo. With Talia.
It was an old movie.
Yeah,
we progressed past it.
Yeah, they used to, a long time ago, they used to have a move or something, or whatever it was they did. It was called Chester Get the Coffee.
We called it a technique called Chester Get the Coffee. One of us would hang back, so when the other person died, we'd still be alive to bring the other person back. So it was called Chester Get the Coffee. Because that's what Chester did. Matt would go into action, and Chester would go
Get the coffee.
Although I felt bad for him in one of the episodes because they don't give him any credit.
No, they don't. I like Chester.
Well,
especially
he pouts.
Especially when he was McLeod.
He pouts like crazy. But this is the Vivian sweater. I'm calling Vivian pattern legless sweater. I wore this over the weekend.
We got lots of comments and complimentary comments on our sweaters, on our shawls.
Mm-hmm.
People really liked them. Talia lost hers for a while. So one of
the shawls, not the sweater.
Yeah, not that she lost it. She lost wearing it because one of my friend was cold, so she let her borrow it because it went well with her outfit.
But this didn't go to anybody.
No.
So the zipper is in, and look.
It doesn't pucker.
It doesn't pucker. The Vivian pattern, your Teague actually writes a note of someone who will help you put in zipper, like information about how to put in a zipper. So I used that website's information, puckering, on top of some knitting books. And it really helped it to keep the zipper flat. The one tip that I can really mention is make sure you pin this the sweater shut over you before adding the zipper, and then measure the zipper against that, and then you know what size zipper to go with.
That's cool.
And
that could work even with crocheting.
Yes, it can.
Yeah.
And then after that, what I did was I pinned the zipper to the sweater. I marked, while I was wearing the sweater and measuring the zipper, I marked where I wanted the zipper to land. And then I took the sweater off and pinned the zipper between those 2 points. They suggested, if you wanted to avoid pinning, to secure it with a bright colored yarn or something. That you could just
with a basting stitch.
With a basting stitch. I prefer just pinning it. It works better for me.
Less sewing.
And also it felt more secure to me. So after I pinned it on there, I tried it on with the pins, making sure it was where I wanted, make sure it zipped properly. Once it did, I unzipped it and sewed the pieces on. But it works very well. I'm very happy with it.
Yes, you have to turn all the way around so they can see. You can't really see because it's there. There. You can see the detail. There we go. You can see kind of along here and along here. It's a little more light on this side. So all the detailing, it's gorgeous.
So it's turned out very well, but it has not been blocked. I mean, the sleeves are curling a little bit, but that's okay. I'm fine with that. I just don't feel like blocking it because it fits perfectly. A little bit of curling on the sleeve is no real issue. I love the details.
Rosie Riveter?
Yeah, actually. Yeah. Very nice. But like the original Rockwell Rosie Riveter, not the prettified Rosie Riveter.
No, that's not Rosie Riveter, the prettified one.
Well, they had the prettified one, but the real one is the Rockwell one, which looks like a working girl. I don't know why they had to go and prettify her to make her like more something. Oh, but now you can see
the hat to it.
The hat.
It's fine. The green's just a little different in the skein you have. Just a little.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it is. It's just a little. I can see it in this light. You're too close to it, but I can see it. It's not enough to be noticeable. It's just a little bit. This is a little more green. This is a little more bluish.
It matches better up here, though, because
because that's where you change the yarn.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah. I mean, it's not enough, and it's closer to that part anyway, so that's good.
Not that you can really tell. I alternate skeins at a certain point.
Right.
So
it's beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. People loved it.
Okay, so that was
the rough draft, the writer's block.
Oh, I'm hibernating Bayou the bear.
The little knitted one.
The little knitted bear. I have all the pieces made. I still have to finish the little sweater. I just don't feel like putting it together. I'm tired of it.
Too much sewing.
So it won't happen right now. It's hibernating.
I think you probably should start with the bigger bear.
Probably. I don't know what I was thinking. I simply don't want to do that much sewing. Master Chief, I'm tired of the pattern. I'll pick him up again later, I guess.
Whenever you're ready.
If you want to.
Yeah.
I don't like the way the color is working, I guess. I don't know. I don't feel like it. Don't feel like it. Royalties.
No, prompts.
Okay.
Prompts. I'm going to be starting the one project that I haven't mentioned before that I'm going to be starting. I can't mention it because we're getting viewers from all over now, and I don't know if this particular person watches our podcast or not because they had mentioned that they might be. Anyway, I will probably I can show you the yarn I'm going to be using.
That should be safe enough.
Yeah, I think that'll be safe enough. Let me see what bag I have it in. I think I have it in this. This is another one of Kimberly R's yarns. Talia got it for me for Christmas last year. She got me 2 skeins. And she had like 590 yards or something like that, 560 yards in this. And it's called Blue Dress. So you can see all the beautiful, gorgeous blues in it. And I had a pattern started, as you can see, and I decided I didn't like it. It was confusing me. So I will come back to the pattern later, maybe. In the meantime, I think I'm going to use this for this particular mystery pattern, unless I think it's too busy. Yeah, it might be too busy. I'm looking at it here. It might be too busy.
We'll have to see.
If it is, I'll probably go with the Pacifica from Knit Picks, or there's one called Wild Blue, I think it is, or Blue Yonder, or Wild Yonder, or something like that. It's a blue. Air Force colors. So either way, you'll be seeing this mystery project come up. I'm not sure what yarn exactly. I'll probably figure that out in the next couple of weeks. and I will show you my progress until it becomes obvious what it is, and then I won't show you anymore until it's finished and been given away, and I'll show you a picture. So, okay, wait a minute, not finished yet.
Not finished?
No. Well, you already know basically the Plumeria Frill, the Elegant Hat by Kim Guzman, Stomp the Gumball Dragon, and then the Cliff, the Amigurumi Brontosaurus by Stacy Trock, and then anything else that kind of catches my fancy. That's basically what I have on the prompts. Stop poking me, or I'll be forced to flick you.
It's a massage.
It is not that.
Meow. Let's go. Okay, so this is royalty.
Okay, royalty.
So
Fashion Hamster, royalty.
did not mean to pick this up, but how could I say no?
You don't use straight.
I don't use straights, but how could I say no to that?
I almost bought the magazine myself, and then she picked it up.
I should have let her pick it up, but I mean, I'll either give these needles to Mom most likely, or I will make them a prize.
I think you probably make them a prize. I don't use straights either.
Yeah.
And these are on the long
And they
side.
look like they're nice.
They are. These
they're
are
8 millimeters.
British. They're British. This magazine's a British magazine.
It's the Simply Knitting.
They always have really nice. The last time she showed you one of these, she got buttons. Yeah, but these are a little bit long for me.
But they'd have to come with the pattern.
Right. Yes. Oh, I didn't realize what patterns with it. Okay, good. This kind of a needle's a little long for me.
Maybe I'll have to go with the toy along.
Yeah, that would be great. Oh, it's a basket that they knit. That's interesting. Oh, they're bamboo needles.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, go ahead.
So, the pattern that really drew me to this, like, there's things that are pretty in here, but what really caught my attention is the garden party. Isn't that pretty? It's just a nice simple stockinette. That's gorgeous. Easy cardigan.
Oh, I like the back of that. I guess it's the yarn I like. That's pretty.
Mm-hmm.
What's the yarn? It's probably something we can't get unless we go online.
Hold on. Rowan's alpaca color.
Yeah, that's easy. We can get that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty.
It's pretty. I might actually take the proper.
Might be able to find reds. Ooh.
Now, this is what I fell in love with. This isn't in there. This is an ad.
Of course
Isn't that a pretty coat? That's actually part of the reason why I was thinking, oh, I don't really care for this magazine. I mean, I like the one sweater. But I'm like, this made it worth it.
Now you can look for it.
It's in, it looks like it's a French thing. Berger de France, .co.uk. So Berger de France is the designer. But it's very pretty. I like it a lot. But I wouldn't even say red. No.
No.
Even though I'm a big red fan, I wouldn't say red. I almost just like the green she has.
Green or black or gray.
Oh, black would be nice.
That would be a
Ooh, I have all that black.
For what?
Miss Babs?
How much did you get?
Well, I got 4 skeins.
Really? That's over 2,000 yards.
Uh-huh. That would be enough.
Yeah. Pretty.
So, that would be an option. So, this magazine. Moink.
Okay. How many more stash and hats with
That'd be it.
Okay, I've got a couple, but I think I'm going to have to kind of... We have a little bit of time, so I don't have to rush through it too much. I have several magazines. Let me show you the one I got last week, so I can do the others next week if I have to. I saw this when we went to Hobby Lobby 2 weeks ago.
Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby.
Crochet 60 plus fun relaxing projects. And this has, there are some patterns I really don't like in here, but there are some that I really do. This one was one I really liked. I'd like to make it, if I can, a little bit, not quite such a V-neck, but it's not too bad. I can, it's not too low, so I could probably get away with that if I had to. I thought this was really kind of cute. It's got it looks like it has the shawl pin holder crocheted right into the shawl. Let's see here. And the reason I got this is because there are so many patterns in it that I like, and I don't want to show you all of them because there's just so many of them. I didn't see this when I first went through it. Take a look at this. Hats. Huh. I didn't see those when I first picked up the patterns. And the brims aren't too big in the back. So I hate it when you have too big of a brim in the back and you can't move your head back. That kind of bothers me. Makes my neck stiff. I'm not a big fan of crochet jewelry, but there are a couple of jewelry pieces in here that look like they might be fun to make because they don't look heavy and crochet. They look like jewelry.
I think it all depends on what yarn you use.
Right. There's one in here that made the pattern, the book, and I can't find it, so I'm not going to really worry about it too much if I can't find it today. You'll probably, since it made the book, you'll probably see it on my hook pretty soon. Well, not real soon. I've got Christmas stuff to do, but pretty soon.
Not real soon, but
I love interweave crochet, and I think it's this crochet, this one here. They have some really interesting articles in here. Like this one is about joining yarn together, the different ways of, changing colors or...
We probably really should be wrapping up soon.
Yes, it's almost an hour. I'm keeping an eye on the time.
Well, also I'm going to talk about Japanese short rows.
Okay. Well, this is the one that made it for me. And I won't show you any more out of this book. I'll show you something out of the other two real quick. Let's see. This one has another jewelry that's really pretty. Give me 2 or 3 more minutes, and I'll give you the rest. I like this cape because instead of a shawl pin, it has a little kind of a loop that allows you to close it. There's one more I'll show you here. I'm not going to show you the cooking ones because I'll show that to you next week. This is another sweater. I'm not sure if I like it or not. Maybe it's the color I like. I don't know, but I think it's kind of cool right now, so maybe I'll make that. Okay, why don't you go ahead and show her these?
Okay, well, I might not be able to show you Japanese short rows, but I'll be able to show you how amazing it is. I did Japanese short rows for the shaping at the beginning here. You can't even tell. You can't see where I did my short rows. The Japanese short rows is magical and amazing. Do I have a stitch marker? I must have a stitch marker somewhere, attached to something of some sort. Apparently I do not. Okay, well, then. I
don't think I have any either.
Well, just remind me to show you Japanese short rows next time because I don't have the capacity to right now. But if you want to do short rows, I would really suggest trying the Japanese ones, Japanese short rows. A friend of ours at the retreat showed me how to do Japanese short rows instead of your normal short rows.
This is the same friend who taught her how to do the DPNs last time we were there.
Yeah. And it is magical and amazing, and it's going to be how I do short rows from now and forever. Amen. But yeah, that's really it, I guess. I did a little bit of writing, which it was fun.
I didn't do any writing. I did writing for my job, which is exciting because I'm getting paid. Sorry, I'm getting paid for writing now. It's nonfiction writing, but I'm getting paid for it. And I got a good response for my first article in a long time, so I'm excited about that. Fiction writing has been on the back burner since we're on retreat, but hopefully I'll get back into that soon.
And I did a little bit of shared story. It's a lot of telling right now. I'm not very happy with the piece, but I have the notes of what I want to cover. So, well, I have finished the brim of the hat. I just need to add the plastic. And I think it's a good point to end the podcast. Let me show you this sweater before we do, since you stopped early.
Not early. There. That's what I liked about this one. Okay. Stopping the podcast. All right. Did you want to say something?
Might as well show the brim now that it's done.
Okay. It'll look a lot better on the hat. It's kind of hard to see what it is this way, but
yeah, the brim will probably be folded over like So I'm guessing.
That's going to be attached to the hat that way.
And then it'll be attached. I think actually this is the part that's facing the. You see where it decreases?
Right.
I think that this is the point that's facing outward.
So you're going to pick up stitches and...
I think it's just going to be sewed onto the hat.
Okay.
So the plastic will be caught in the pocket here.
Right.
And the sewed area, I think, will be...
Well, it curves that way anyway.
Yeah, because the curve is going to go out like that.
Right.
So
that's good.
We'll see how it goes.
That's cool. Okay. I think that's basically it. We don't have any tips or trips. No tips. No tips or tricks. My notes are out here. That's why I'm looking at this way. All right. Do you have any thank yous? Hey.
I'm just trying to figure out how this works. Sorry. No thank yous. We already thanked the person on YouTube.
Right, and I think I already thanked all the people on Flork who were so good to me. So I will get my, where's my little clapper thing? Oh, there it is. Happy knitting and crocheting. Have a wonderful week. We will see you next week sometime. Possibly Monday.
And maybe we'll see you at the Fire Festival.
Oh, yes. If you're there, look for us.
Yeah. And Nicole, bring your Podiversary project in your bag.
Scarves, etc. Nicole, you have been shouted out. Bring your Podiversary stuff.
So
if Kimberly's watching and she's going to be there, Kimberly R.,
I'm either going to be wearing the cabled green sweater or the cabled red sweater during the morning. It's supposed to be a little warm by afternoon. So I'll probably, and then end up throwing that in my Gray Ravelry tote bag.
Right, and I'll probably be wearing my blue sweater, and I'll have my Podiversary shawl. So that's probably what you'll be seeing us in, okay? And we will have our Ravelry pins, and we'll have bags. I think I'll probably be carrying my either my Maryland Sheep and Wool bag or a blue Universal bag. So, yeah, if you see us, stop us and say hi, okay?
And the podcaster Ravelry meetup is in the events tent
at
from noon to 1.
12 to 1, okay? So that's
stop by, say hi.
That's the only time I'll be able to see everybody, so I hope you stop by.
Unless you show up on Sunday.
Unless you show up on Sunday or if you're in one of my classes. So,
yeah.
All right. We wish you again happy crocheting, happy knitting. Thank you for stopping by. We know there are lots of podcasts to see, so we're glad you spent the time with us.
And we're under an hour.
Yay! So, Pen Hook and Needles podcast episode 68. That's a wrap.